The sixth season of Rick and Morty on Adult Swim premiered, bringing back everyone's favorite misanthropic, dimension-jumping scientist. Solarix, the first episode of the new season, opens with Rick and Morty dealing with the fallout from Season 5's multiverse-breaking finale and resetting the stage for future adventures. Even with the promise of more continuity in Season 6, one of the Rick and Morty showrunners addressed fan concerns in August, but Solarix still demands that viewers have done their study before watching. It's an episode that seems geared toward the most devoted viewers of the show after 5 seasons of jumping around the infinite multiverse with mountains of lore and backstory. Some things can be difficult to understand for someone who hasn't been following up with the show's cast of characters' various iterations. One such instance is the post-credits scene, in which a changed-up Rick kills a changed-up Jerry, Chris Parnell. Earlier in the episode, the same Rick tries to outwit and maybe murder the primary Rick from Dimension C-137. What is happening in this scenario, and why is it important? The post-credits fight from Rick and Morty Season 6, Episode 1 is explained here. The Rick and Morty timeline is more dispersed among realms now that 5 seasons have passed. The Rick from Solarix post-credits scene, commonly known as Weird Rick, is actually the original Rick from the Cronenberg dimension. Weird Rick murdered C-137 Rick's wife, Diane, Kari Walgren, along with a young Beth, as detailed in the Season 3 premiere, The Rickshank Redemption. More recently, we discovered that C-137 Rick's entire existence since then has been a quest to track down and murder Weird Rick in the Season 5 conclusion Rick Mirai Jack. He made Weird his home for this reason. In the first season episode, Rick Potion No. 9, Rick's previous dimension was finally destroyed and changed into the Cronenberg-style dimension. In relation to Rick Potion No. 9, the Jerry that appears in the post-credits is the original Jerry from the Cronenberg-created dimension. Let's keep things straightforward and call him Feral Jerry. Following the events of that episode, Morty's original Beth, Jerry, and Summer, Spencer Grammer, are left to fend for themselves, while Rick and Morty leave the family behind and move to a nearly identical reality. In The Rickshank Redemption, when Rick and his new Summer temporarily travel there, they are still alive, but by the time Morty returns there in Solarix, only Feral Jerry is still alive. Near the end of Solarix, when portal users are reset, Weird Rick is sent back into the Cronenbergian universe. Weird Rick leaves C-137 Rick in a trap after the latter decides to depart with Morty rather than confront him. At this moment, he runs upon Feral Jerry, who has discovered the wreckage of Weird Rick's vehicle. Weird Rick is able to laugh it off after Jerry slashes his neck thanks to a form of self-healing akin to Wolverine. He then shoots Feral Jerry, first in the stomach, then with a fatal shot to the head. Weird Rick says he's never been close to a Jerry until their argument. This would set the timing of Weird Rick's departure sometime while she was a senior in high school, suggesting that he abandoned Beth before she met Feral Jerry in that dimension. Feral Jerry's attack on Rick makes sense, even though it is unusual for most forms of Jerry to do so. As he told Morty earlier in the episode, he's been hardened by the catastrophic state of his Cronenberged reality and the loss of the remaining members of his family. Additionally, he says that he has discovered how to let go of attachments to other individuals. He continues to misjudge Weird Rick, one of the most cruel Ricks in the multiverse, though. Farewell Feral Jerry. You really are stout.